Ethical decision making. What is an ethical decision? It helps make difficult choices when dealing with ethical dilemmas. Ethics of obedience, ethics of care, ethics of reasoning. Steps in ethical decision making. 1. Gather the facts. 2. Define the ethical issue. 3. Identify the affected parties. 4. Identify the consequences. 5. Identify the obligations. 6. Consider your character and integrity. 7. Think creatively about potential actions. 8. Check your gut. 9. Decide on the proper ethical actions and be prepared to deal with the opposing arguments. It is important to be aware ethically. The ability to perceive whether a situation or decision has an ethical dimension. Preventing problems can be easily done when employees can point out if decisions are ethical. It's important for all employees to be aware of what's going on within their organization. Intensity. Ethical issue intensity. Relevance of importance of an event or decision in the eyes of the individual, work group, or organization. Moral intensity. Individuals' perceptions of a social pressure and the harm they believe their decisions will have on others. 4 factors of ethical decisions are gender, education, nationality, and age. Values are accumulated from personal experience, our parents' social environment, or among other things. People value what is important to them. Hygiene could be one. Money could be one. Having good personal values boosts positive performance behaviors and cut back on unethical behaviors. Organizational and social forces can change the intent of an organization. While the organization intends to do right, things may come up to make them make the opposite decision. Signs of unethical decision making. Feeling guilty and uneasiness may indicate that there may have been an unethical decision to occur. In this event, the behavior must change to reduce the feelings of guilt and uneasiness. This could be a manager having to make a decision on 2 employees, one that has overachieved and one who has right borderline achieved. And they give the promotion to the borderline achiever. But then the manager feels guilty because he knows he wasn't the right pick. 5 common reasons for unethical behavior. 1. It's necessary. 2. It's not that big of a deal. 3. It's necessary. 4. It's not going to hurt anyone. 5. Everybody else is doing it. Normative and descriptive approach. Normative is how you should approach an issue. Fairness and justice are highly related to the normative approach. A manager should treat all of his employees equally. He shouldn't show favoritism from one to the other. Examine rightness and wrongness of action. Descriptive. Study about people's beliefs on morality. Descriptive tells how things are, and normative tells how they should be. Principles and values in ethical decision making. Principles and values are important normative considerations in ethical decision making. Principles ensure rules are not bent. Values and principles together set the standards for business and organizations. Values are sometimes determined by position in society. Companies take basic principles and translate them to core values. Values provide guidelines into the firm's purpose. It also directs how it prioritizes stakeholders and views ethical decisions. Admirable business ethics include being respectful, being trustful, meeting obligations, maintaining accounting, and keeping an open mind. Business ethics important. Customer satisfactions, investors and customers loyalty, customer satisfaction, greater earnings, ability to build relationships with stakeholders. Good ethics means good business. That can mean that your business does better just because people know that your business is good to them and they're good to you. Question and organization may keep in mind while ethically thinking. How safe is a particular product? Does it have negative effects on its users? How should employees be hired, trained, developed, compensated, and fired? How should wealth be developed and distributed? How does organization impact our values, our families, and our communities? Strategic planning can help prevent unethical misconduct. This limited list does not include scandals among nonprofit organizations, the military, churches, athletic teams, journalists, and the United States government.